Hello and welcome everyone. So I'm going to do a video here on some tips that will help people feel a little more satisfied while doing a raw diet, and to keep them raw so they can avoid some of these foods in this chart, which by the way I did back on December 22nd, 2017. Fortunately, a lot of people haven't seen this video, and I've done many videos talking about this video even in the past year. Even year and a half, so just after this video was done. So I just want everyone to understand this. I'll keep this link below this video for everyone, but pretty much all cooked foods, and I say pretty much because that means everything that's cooked, is going to terminate detoxification. And if your goal is to heal and detox out a virus, you can't eat the cooked foods. So proteins, dairy, grains reverse detoxification. They're going to, remember, send you backwards. So this means hard proteins, such as any type of fish, meat, pork, chicken, all of that stuff. Any type of dairy, all grains, doesn't matter what they are. Quinoa, I don't care if you soak it, it doesn't matter. So you got to avoid all these. It will reverse it. So when you're trying to be in the process of detoxification and you're eating grains for a month and then you decide you want to eat some fruits that enhance it, you're not going to make any progress. So you want to avoid all the starches, you want to avoid all the nuts, seeds, and legumes. And you might be thinking, oh my gosh, I can't eat anything. No, there's plenty of things I'm going to show you here in a moment in this video that are fruit based and that will help. So let's say you don't like melons. You don't really have to eat the melons. Berries are definitely essential because they're going to give you a majority of your amino acids, and you can eat other fresh fruits, but there's some that are going to be a lot more dense that will just help you keep yourself a lot more full. And fresh herbs such as mint, dill, things like that, and you can do a small amount of leafy greens if you want, but try to keep most of your diet at least 80% or even more of fresh fruits. I would try to go 90%. So you might be wondering, okay, well, what can I eat? I know what a fruit is. It's an apple, it's an orange. Well, no, I mentioned this before, avocado's a fruit, and this is some additional fat. It can give you 29 grams based on the size of the avocado, where it comes from. It could give you 30, it could give you 25. It's going to vary a little bit, but you're going to get a lot of potassium. You're even going to get some carbohydrates. So remember, nature has everything in it. You're going to get a ton of magnesium, 14% of your daily limit with this particular avocado. So iron, vitamin C, so you're going to get the things that you need. Everything, of course, but pretty much vitamin D, which you're going to get from the sun. So you can do an avocado, it's not a problem. Now, there's dates. Now, dates are a lot more dense, and I wouldn't say that this would slow it down, but it definitely will help anyone stay on this process. I've done this while running excessively 5 days a week, 3 to 5 miles each time I ran. So the dates will help a lot, and I did a lot more than 100 grams. I was doing a pound a day. So in basically my observation of putting this to the test, dates are not going to be an issue. They don't contain any fat. Dates would definitely be above avocados, but that doesn't mean you can't eat an avocado because dates don't have any additional fat. You can definitely do some fat. It's always going to be faster without fat, but not many people are going to want to sit there and eat a pound of dates a day. I did because there was no other choice when you cut out avocados and any pretty much other additional fat source. But the whole point of this is that dates with just 100 grams are going to give you 3% of your daily amount of zinc, 5% of your iron. They're going to give you 14% magnesium. They're going to give you some phosphorus. They give you about almost 700 milligrams of potassium, 20% of your daily limit. So they're going to give you everything you need, even vitamin K. So there's plenty of vitamins and minerals in dates. So just keep that in mind. The next bit of information I want to show everyone is coconut meat. Now, coconut meat is very, very dense. I wouldn't sit here and eat 3 coconuts a day. Just one coconut depending on the size, I believe this is probably about a medium coconut, is going to give you quite a bit of fat. It's about 133 grams of fat. Now, this doesn't mean that it's bad for you. It just means that the more additional fat you do, the longer the process is going to take. So keep that in mind. So, can you do a whole coconut once a week? Absolutely. Can you do a whole coconut several times a week? Absolutely. So keep that in mind. If you start doing a whole coconut every day, I wouldn't really do any additional avocados, because you're going to get, as you can see, about over 4 times the amount of fat just in one whole medium coconut if you're consuming all of the meat in the coconut versus one avocado. One avocado, as I mentioned before, is about 30 grams of fat. So 30 times 4 is 120, so you're getting definitely over that with just one medium coconut. So, and I always do the young coconut, that's the best for me. But potassium is 1400 in there, so people are always worried about protein. They think they're gonna starve, and there's protein in every food, especially goji berries and things like that if you soak them. But again, this is about additional fat, so goji berries really don't have any additional fat. So at this point, I also want to mention that there is some calcium as well. So it's really hard to fail in nature when you're using the right food. 60.5 grams of carbs as well. So these are just some additional tips. So can you do a whole coconut several times a week? Absolutely. Can you do it once a day? You could. I just wouldn't do anything else with additional fat. So keep that in mind. Or can you do 3 avocados a day? Sure, why not? If you really need to. Just remember that it may take you a month longer in the process. It may take you a few weeks longer. It may take you a couple months longer. Just keep that in mind. But you're still going to be able to stay on it. It's going to make it much easier for you. So I just want everyone to understand that. It's not going to stop the process if you need to eat cooked food, unless you have to eat cooked food because you're getting too many detox symptoms. You just went raw right from the start. Then yes, eat some cooked foods to terminate detoxification. Start back up. Start slow. Same thing with seeds and nuts. If you want to eat some pumpkin seeds for the first 30 days, they're sprouted, not a problem. Are you going to be in detoxification, a deep cleanse, by eating these? No. Can you cut them out after 30 days? Of course. I've mentioned this several years ago. Of course, some people, they don't read the about section and the information I put in at the bottom, but, that's a whole nother story there. But the point is that if you're watching this whole video, you'll understand it, and you'll know exactly what you need to do and what not to do, and some of the tips that I'm giving you. So this is not hard, folks. You don't have to sit there and eat oranges and apples all day and have to eat 50 of them. This is not that difficult, so don't make it difficult. I just gave you some extra really good tips, and those are all fruits, by the way. So keep that in mind. Thank you so much, folks. Keep moving forward. I wish you all the best and the ultimate success. Bye-bye.